Welcome to TwstNotes, where I summarize the latest update in JP. I'm so sorry for the audio quality. I'm not currently in the Macaron Kingdom, so we're having to make do. But anyways, let's talk about Chapter 7, Parts 38 through 55. Malleus has sent everyone into a deep slumber, and they're having nice, wonderful dreams. Idia, in his perfect dream world, is sleeping when Ordo calls him, but it's not the Ordo we're used to. He sounds older, less robotic, and we learn that in Idia's perfect world, Ordo is alive and an incoming freshman to Royal Sword Academy. They chat on the phone before Idia decides to do his video game dailies. Crimson Muscle is still online and active, yes, that hurt, and he and Idia do their dailies together. Idia has an idea that Ordo should be there with him, but then he reminds himself that Ordo just entered RSA and why would he be at Night Raven College? It's the beginning of the school year in this dream, so he needs to go do orientation, the sorting ceremony, since House Warden duties. On the way there, he runs into Malleus and the two chat about Malleus' Gao Gao Dragoncoon. I forgot the English name again and I do not care enough to look it up. I don't know if lore drops in the dream worlds count, but Idia says that it's first gen and Malleus tells him that he's had it, repaired a lot because it keeps breaking because it's old. Idia replies that Gao Gao must be happy because it's so well taken care of, and Malleus wonders if everyone would feel the same, to which Idia is a little freaked out because admittedly, okay Malleus, okay. LILIA shows up and is like, hey, come on, we need to be at the orientation, and so they leave, but Idia is suspicious and lingers behind. Malleus asks if anything's wrong, and Idia replies that everything's fine, and then they head to the mirror chamber. Remember in the beginning of the game when we had the house wardens welcoming their students? We have that again, but this time Malleus is here. This will become sad in the future. I mean, it's already kind of sad now, but anyways. Idia is kind of off the entire orientation with some random Ignihite student trying to help him out. The ceremony ends and Idia gets on call with Ordo again. They're just talking about random shit, but then it's cut short by Ordo noticing his house warden is doing a lights out check, so he has to go. They say goodbye. Idia settles in for the night, but he feels like he's forgetting something while the camera pans to the empty space where Ordo's charging station used to be. We jump over to you. They have a dream about Maleficent. It's the whole, you looked for a baby for 16 years scene, followed by Aurora pricking her finger, etc, etc. There's other things. I made these notes at midnight. I didn't make a whole bunch of notes about the flashback itself, but anyway, you guys get the gist. It's been happening all this, game. You guys know what I'm talking about. So anyway, Disney canon dream sequence. Yu wakes up in quotation marks in a strange room. It's very similar to their bedroom in Ramshackle, but the colors are off, things are backwards. There's fucking ghosts outside, which gave me a jump scare at midnight last night. Yu remembers what happened with Malleus, so we get that flashback. Grimm is here with Yu, still snoozing, sleeping in dream. He wakes up eventually and also aware of what's going on. They try to leave, but the door's locked. They're basically stuck in there. At this point, they realize they aren't actually in Ramshackle, but a place a lot like it. Yu realizes that they're in Mickey's room, and then the background starts wigging out like they're on a bad acid trip. There's a voice, and then, it's Mickey, bitch. It's honestly really cute. They play an instrumental version of the Mickey Mouse Club theme song from the 1960s when he shows up. He comes in, meets Grimm, and the two of them get him caught up on speed on what's going on. They ask him what the room is, but Mickey isn't so sure himself. There's a lot of animate objects in the room, and he mentions getting into a fight with a sentient heart and spade trump cards. LMAO, get wrecked, Ace. We always get a bombshell that Mickey can't really use magic, and from my understanding, he can only really do stuff in that room. Grimm is curious on what's going on with the room and who's casting the spell, and Mickey agrees, but he doesn't know anything. Grimm asks Mickey how he gets into the room, and Mickey is aware enough that he knows he's basically astral projecting into the room. His physical body is in bed, but his consciousness leaves. He also knows he comes in through the mirror in the wall, the same place as Ramshackle's. Grimm realizes what's going on with Mickey must be the same case with them, and that they aren't actually awake IRL, but dream awake. Yeah, this is gonna be a thing that keeps happening. Grimm remembers Ace and the others, and then he gets worried. Mickey is like, okay, well let's go find them and see what's going on, but the phone that wakes him up goes off and he wakes up leaving the space. As soon as he disappears, thunder sounds. Ink fills the room, and although they try to fight against it, Grimm and Yu are in dire straits. Then, out of nowhere, Silver shows up and invokes his unique Maho, Meet in a Dream. We cut to Deisomnia, sort of. Things are still bad, Malleus is still humming, and Ordo wakes up in cyberspace. We get another flashback of Malleus overblotting and freaking out. Yeah, we're just getting a lot of those. Did you forget what happened last time? No, you didn't, because they keep showing it to us. Ordo is worried because, hello, how could you not be? And goes to Ignihide to see if everyone's okay via cyberspace and basically hacking himself into places. Idia is sound asleep in his dorm, and because of magic, not normal sleeping reasons. Ordo tries to wake him up, but it doesn't work. Ordo hacks into the CCTVs around the dorm and tries to get help, but everyone else is also asleep. He checks out around campus and the rest of Sage's Island, and everyone's just out. Ordo tries to get a hold of Styx for help, but there's an energy force field stopping him. Malleus has also stopped the time for the island, and it's permanently 9:18 p.m. Ordo suddenly remembers that he might be able to get a hold of Styx via Idia's tablet. It's on its own network system, and it's not related to the school or the island. He hacks into Idia's tablet and immediately complains about the internet speed. I guess Styx and Idia didn't really see a point of making it as fast as possible for various reasons, and Ordo bitches about it. But it works, and from there, he's able to get into that special network and get himself over to Styx. Over at Styx, they get Ordo's distress signal and realize something's happened, and checking their logs. Yeah, they realize, uh-oh. All their communications to the island are failing, though. Idia and Ordo's dad shows up, and before you guys get excited, he and his wife are the stock Styx worker assets with sick-ass helmets on, so we don't really know what they look like. But anyways, they show up. They look at some satellite imagery and realize how fucked up the situation is. Anime waifu Shroud shows up, and we learn she's the head of the engineering department. I think it's really cute that Idia got his, engineering stuff from his mom. I think that's really cute. She asks about the situation and remembers the old network that Idia's tablet's connected to. Styx gets a hold of it, and Ordo's able to get over to Styx. Mama Shroud immediately goes into worrying mode about her sons, and I don't know if it's heartwarming that she considers Ordo her son, and not a humanoid robot, or if I want to cry because of it. I actually really like their mom. I'm so sorry for the previous slander in the last months, ma'am. Ordo catches them up on what's happened. Papa Shroud said he wants to wait until Malleus loses some magic, but Mama Shroud points out that some fairies draw magic from nature, and they don't know if Malleus can do that too. There's the possibility his domain is going to keep spreading. They know it's hard to talk with Briar Valley, but decide to try and reach out to get more information about Malleus. Shroud parents fret on what to do because the Chaurons aren't gonna do anything really, so Ordo volunteers himself. He also asks for new gear, and naturally he and his mama argue a little bit because after all, that's her baby going off on his own to save everyone, and also they don't know the full scope of things. Ordo says he'll send his data over to Styx, and if they don't listen to him, he'll hack the Cerberus system again and make the sprinklers go off forever. But anyway, he's such a little shit, I love him. But anyways, they decide to let him do the thing. The download completes after 2 days. We get an update from Papa Shroud that they managed to get a hold of Malleus' family, and both them and Styx have tried to break into Sage's island, but to no success. They've also contained the spread for now, but it's temporary. Papa Shroud will be heading to the Land of Dawning physically to be at a disaster center. Ordo asks where Mama Shroud is, and Papa Shroud tells him that she's been in the lab working. She comes in and immediately scolds him. She's literally an anime girl. I do not know what to say other than she's a stereotypical anime girl. She has, the stereotypical voice, and, I don't know if it's just, she's very young. She's their no, she's not their stepmom. No, anyway, she's just, do you want to know what she's like? She's literally just a stereotypical anime girl. I do enjoy her, though, but anyway. So she made the gear for him and some assistant robots that look like dogs. Ordo prepares to head off on his rescue mission, and he and his parents hug. It's surprisingly wholesome, but again, I love that the Shroud parents consider Ordo their actual son, but it also makes me want to cry a little. They clearly love Ordo a lot. We leave the Shroud fam, and we're back with Silver, Yu, and Grim. Silver uses his unique Maho to transfer them into another dream. And okay, so this information is dropping through the next couple parts, but I'm just gonna summarize it now so everything makes sense. Silver's unique Maho lets him enter the dreams of someone he's connected to somehow, and he can't control what dream he goes into, so him ending up in Yu and Grim's dream was a coincidence. He can only do it if he's sleeping and knows he's sleeping. Silver often forgets what happens in his dreams. We also get confirmation he met Mickey before, was hinted at previous parts. Silver's gotten them into Sebek's dream. Instead of a dropping out party, Sebek dreams that this is a good luck party to encourage both Malleus and Lilia on their internships. Malleus is going to do some archaeology work in the Land of Red Dragons, while Lilia is going to the Kingdom of Heroes to work on some magical assistive devices. I, once again, feel so attacked by Yana. My academic background is in anthropology and archaeology, so she can't keep doing this! The whole Dia squad plus Yu and Grim meet up, and Silver tries to wake Sebek up right then and there. Not a great idea. Lilia is what are you talking about? Are you okay? Malleus tells him to go rest and not stress himself out over a nightmare. But Silver refuses, and Malleus snaps, saying he won't tolerate any rebellion from Silver, and if he keeps this up, he will not be nice. Loki threatens Silver's life. I still love him, though. But yeah, anyway, Malleus is inserting himself into other people's dreams and is fully aware of what's going on. Silver tries to attack Malleus, but Sebek gets in the way and they fight, but Sebek eventually has a flashback and remembers what actually happened, and he's incredibly upset. Malleus is getting more and more angry, and it turns out that the thunder and ink thing that happened in the room that looked like ramshackles, Malleus was behind that, and it's happening here again. Sebek teams up with Silver and co, and they fight Malleus to try and snap him out of it, but it fails. As Malleus tries to put them back to sleep again, Silver sees an aurora-colored light and his new necklace pops up. He invokes that unique Maho again, asking his father for help. Sebek, Silver, Yu, and Grim wake up in Sleeping Beauty's forest. Everyone's confused on what's going on, and surprise, they're in the middle of a war zone. It's Lilia's dream, and Peepaw is reliving his war days apparently. Cringe. Some minions run into the students, and although Yu and Grim can't understand them, Sebek can and starts arguing with them, like, immediately. Although, considering the situation, kinda fair. The minions are out looking for someone. Lilia shows up in his full war regalia and is rude to our group. Okay. They're out looking for someone and Lilia threatens us. Yay, and that's where the update ends. So yeah, that's our latest update, and god, the cliffhanger! I want to know what happens, and I really hope we get the next update soon, because, you know. Once again, thank you everyone for watching my videos. If you would like to support me beyond liking and subscribing and all of that, I have a Patreon, and I also have channel memberships. If you like live streaming, I live stream over on Twitch every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday. And yeah, bye! Shameless plug over.